Welcome back to...
Sorry.
Oh, my God.
Apologize.
If there's
Just
anyone
came out.
listening, any of you freaky men that like burping, there
Or
you
women.
go.
All them days.
Yeah, but where our audience is probably mostly men right now that
Who
we
knows?
are getting.
Maybe.
We want women over here too. We want everyone. We want everyone. Let's just say that.
Okay, let's just say for all of you chasers and people who just really are into us, if only you could see how sexy we are today, because we are so sexy. Well, no, we're not sexy, but today specifically, very sexy. Anyway, let's do the intro.
Yeah, let's do the intro. Welcome back to
Boppin' Around with Ayesha
and Venus. Woo!
Hell yeah.
Wow, the sun is shining.
Gorgeous day.
We're gonna melt in this room, like,
Worth it.
because we close all the doors, we lock all the windows. Had your kids, had your wives, you know?
Timmy.
Just to give you good sound quality, we hope you're enjoying this microphone sound. It's definitely better, that's for sure.
Right. Wait, from what episode did we start using this?
I think it was episode 6, I'm pretty sure.
Her story.
No. So
Her
far
story's
we...
number 5.
So...
Sorry.
No. So far we have... I don't even know. Sometimes it's like I just joke to be annoyed. I don't even know.
No, I love
Okay, so far we have 5 episodes up, okay?
Okay.
We recorded... Did we record episode 9 last week? Like a few days ago?
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
And we were saying that it's a month till my birthday. The episode you would have heard last week, it was my birthday. And now obviously it feels weird to talk in the past because right now it's the 24th of September. Sorry, the 25th. And my birthday is the 22nd of October. But we are batch recording a bunch of episodes because I'm going to be in Australia then. Hopefully I will have lived my best birthday life in Sydney.
So, Venus is going to Australia and I'm going to go Thailand. To the land of the ladyboys. I'm going to be joining my people.
Yeah, have you done like research into where you're going to go to find, you know, your crowd of people?
Right, I have actually. So,
LGBTQ plus friendly areas. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of Thailand is though, right?
Yeah, it's a Buddhist country. Everyone's very accepting and opening.
Yeah, okay.
Bangkok mostly. I'm going to be like looking around the apartments mostly. And it's going to be really fun. I know some of the queer spots already. There's a lot of like lesbian bars. There's a lot of like just queer bars. And I think most places are just opening and accepting anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of mentally preparing myself to, you know, learn about the place, learn about the culture, but also get wasted and meet cool people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think you should like vlog it for your
Yeah,
TikTok and
good
YouTube.
idea. Yeah.
Like you can make short little clips for TikTok and then
Definitely.
start up your YouTube and like you have a full storyline. It's like, you know, like when you have like a storyline to your content, it's good.
Yeah.
So follow me, a trans girl going to Thailand to discover herself,
love that.
something like that, you know.
Venus out here with all the
Escaping
ideas.
of London and my family who are anti-trans or whatever and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I think it's
that.
easy for me to look at you and give you ideas because it's easy to look at someone outside of ourselves and be like, I know what you should do this. But because you're my friend as well, it's like, I know you, so...
Right.
Anyway, I'm really excited for you.
I'm so excited for you.
Oh my god, look at us going traveling across the world.
I know, it's crazy. What the fuck?
I know, I am very, like, intrigued to go to Australia. I really wonder, will I end up wanting to move there because it is meant to be just amazing the way they live over there, like... Early rise, sunrise, swimming in the sea, vegan cafes. Anyway, very outdoorsy, I think.
Interesting.
But I'm excited, obviously, just to spend my birthday there too. We've booked a bottomless... Well, actually, okay, wait, sorry. I'm going over there because my sister has lived there for the past 2 years. So I haven't seen her in 2 years. I'm really excited to see her too, of course. I was asking her, like, what should we do for my birthday? So we're going to a vegan... Or I think it's not a vegan restaurant. It's an Indian restaurant, but they do vegan butter chicken.
Right.
So...
That's fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to try that. I love Indian food too, so it's perfect.
Hold on. Did you know I love butter chicken?
This is one of your niche special interest
I
foods.
love butter chicken.
OMG, okay.
Wow, you're having vegan butter chicken. I hope
Why don't you
like
fly
that.
over for the day?
Who knows? For the day.
Why don't you come to...
For the day.
You know what, imagine you did just come to
In the
Sydney and then
luggage,
you go to Thailand on the way back.
Okay.
Fucking clients calling her left, right, and center. Why does it feel like clients weren't calling you the past like 2 weeks or something? Because you put it on your page and...
No, I specifically...
Are these the ones that don't get it?
Sorry, everyone. I'm going to put my...
She's a very popular lady in the streets and the sheets.
Surely they can't hear the vibration from there.
Surely not.
Okay.
What was I saying? Yeah, so we're going to that Indian restaurant, and then on the weekend, because I think my birthday falls on a Wednesday, so on the weekend, yeah, it is a Wednesday. So then on the weekend, we're going to a bottomless brunch, and
No bottoms, only tops.
And you can get it all vegan as well, and you can, if you want to spend a little bit more money, you can get bottomless margaritas.
Oh my god, is this the dream?
It is, babe. Also going to a free yoga session too, because my sister sent me this yoga studio that has a full day of all free yoga classes. So yeah, and obviously I'm gonna stay on my work grind too, because trust me, I need to after everything that happened this summer. So definitely. I'm gonna get a lot of content, hopefully.
Hell yeah.
Just fun content, because my sister will be working like for most of the time that we're there, so we'll probably just mostly have the evenings with her besides the weekends and the days that she books off. So me and my boyfriend will just be together, just traveling, discovering, everything like that.
Yeah.
So I will definitely be like looking for nice little fun content opportunities for social media and also for OnlyFans.
Can you like take more content of your bush, please?
Right, let's address this real quick, yeah?
Okay.
No.
Whoa, what did I do?
Well, right now, obviously, the date is September 25th, and people on my TikTok and my Instagram are getting very annoyed in the comments. They're like, "You're boring now. We only follow you for your pubes." Because I don't know if I said this in the episode where I talked about losing all my accounts, but my accounts that got banned, the way that I would promote on them was I would show my new plants, especially while they were... I mean, right. I literally don't even have that many plants in this house. I just would like hold up a plant, and I would wear a big t-shirt, and then the plant would like lift my t-shirt a little bit to expose a little bit of bush, right?
I loved it.
And it would be very quick. It was kind of risky, which makes sense why they got deleted. You know, I don't even mind those accounts got deleted, right? It's just the fact that, unfortunately, my private account and my main Venus Energy were associated with them, and that was stupid of me to do that. I had them on the same account center. But anyways, I'm not actively posting bush content like that at the moment because Instagram has gotten way more strict, and I used to have a big TikTok account where I would do that as well. That also got deleted. So I'm not doing that right now. I'm trying to like think of a new way to promote, but I think a lot of those people who were on those accounts, they like are searching for me and then they can't find that content. So then they're coming onto my main Venus page, which is like more just like my everyday life. You know, it's a little bit sexy. I do dances. I still talk about OnlyFans on my bush, aka I call it my garden on TikTok. But oh my god, speaking of gardening and bushes. Sorry, speaking of gardens and bushes, if anyone's watching Gen V, you know, the spin-off series from The Boys.
Yeah. Are you watching
They
it?
had an yeah, because I've watched season 1 and now like season 2 came out and Kenny wanted to watch it. To be honest, I kind of forgot what happened in season 1. So I had to like really, really try and remember. But well, now I can't spoil it. I'm not going to spoil anything. I just want to tell you there's a character in. So there's a new character. I'm pretty sure she's new. And in episode 4, which came out last night,
right,
her superpower is that
pubic hair.
Yeah. Her superpower is her bush can just like grow out and out and out and like manipulate things, and like she can use her bush to control things.
That's
basically.
You.
I was dying. I want to like take the sound from the episode, that part where they talk about bush, and use it in a TikTok. If it doesn't get like, I don't know, copyrighted or something, I doubt it would, but anyways, guys, basically, these people are coming onto my main regular page and they're saying, like, where is pubic hair? You are getting boring. You are boring. It's like, it's funny. They're just lost little puppies. God bless them. But also I'm just laughing because I'm like, guys, like, you know, you can go to my OnlyFans. It's right there, $3, lol. And it's also just funny because it's like, I can't, if I post that content, like we saw what happened, I'm gonna get deleted. Like, and Instagram has gotten way stricter, especially. So I was trying to just repurpose a load of the old videos onto new accounts and just kept getting flagged. So guys, listen, if you're one of those people that's commenting, where's your bush, la blah blah lula, and saying that I'm boring now and stuff, it's like, guys, I was always posting like this on my main account, okay? You're just on the wrong account. And I get it. You're like, where are the other accounts? Well, I'm sorry, TikTok doesn't want me to do that anymore. Neither does Instagram. So go to my fucking OnlyFans, okay? It's only $3. When you comment that, you're basically commenting that you're broke and that you can't afford $3, isn't it? And mind you, I post it on Twitter as well. Like, I do post more scandalous on Twitter. So it's like,
check you out on Twitter.
Basically, if you're dumb, you're commenting that on my social media. So I just have to say, maybe go back to school and
But some of these people wouldn't be allowed back in schools. Or
that's true. Also, like, it's kind of funny, you know, when people leave comments like that. I think when you're saying like, where's your old videos or whatever, I'm like, okay, that's one thing. But then to be like, you're ultra boring, you're so boring, it's like,
do you know why they
is
do
this
that?
not like, I think it's boring to keep doing the same thing over and over, but that's what the algorithm likes, obviously, and that's what people want to see. So on one hand, I'm like, okay, it's nice to see that I have an audience that like wants a certain thing they associate me with, but it's funny because my content on my TikTok, I know. The content on my TikTok, it's very just like it's kind of a little bit chaotic, a little bit silly. I wouldn't really call it boring, let's just say that. So that's why it's funny, because I'm like, no, what you're saying is you want me to be more boring. That's what you're actually saying. Anyways, God bless everyone. Yeah.
And I was going to tell you a few weeks back, but I was so traumatized from that week that I never actually got around to telling you. And it might be appropriate for me to say it on the podcast.
Say it. What'd you say? What do you want to say?
These people who are... Okay, so I'm like invested on weird spaces on the internet. You know, I'm learning about stuff, you know, like memes specifically for trans people and whatnot. But there's also memes which I come across which are like, you know, you've heard the words edger and gooner, right? So an edger is somebody who would play with themselves right to the point of climax, but not climax. And then there's gooners who will just keep playing, or just not even play, just, you know, consume porn and stuff like that. If I had to put myself into a category, I'd say I'm more of a gooner. But the actual phrase itself, the actual meanings have been very distorted on the internet. People are actually getting the words wrong. They're getting them actually interchanged. When people refer to themselves as a gooner, they're actually not a gooner, they're actually an edger. Get it right, people. If you call yourself a gooner and you're not actually a gooner, I actually get very offended.
Can you just remind me, sorry, what's a gooner?
A gooner is somebody who would masturbate or not masturbate, but consume pornographic content.
Okay, and then an edger is? An
edger is someone who is masturbating right to the point of climax without climaxing, stop, and then continue.
Right.
It's all about...
No, I get what edger is. I think gooner, I'm like, wait, I have to remind myself what is it again, because I keep hearing it. But gooner just means like you're watching porn and you're masturbating.
You can be masturbating, but you're not close to climax, or you're not masturbating. A gooner doesn't have to be masturbating. Now, that's the big difference.
So gooning just means like that you're just watching porn and that's it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Why did I think gooning was like extremely sexual?
Because the internet has convoluted the meanings, and actually that's what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
So the reason I mentioned this specifically is because before I started...
Wait, before you say that,
yeah.
What's the meaning of the gooning face then? Like the, whatever it is, like the...
That's not a gooning face, that's...
To goon, that means to goon, it is.
That's the Ahiago face.
No, oh yeah, and like basically that's like banned in all like the shout-out groups on Twitter and all that because it's racially...
Yeah, it's...
No, not that face, so there's a face for gooning. Trisha Paytas has had it, look. Like if we search up the gooning face, it is a thing. This isn't it, but... Oh, see, she just did that, look.
Yeah, that's just Ahiago.
But that's considered like...
Do you know what it is? It's Gen Z confusing the slang. Genuinely.
Look.
It's younger Gen Z. That's the
They're saying her and this damn gooning. But yeah, that's the face that's like... That like
synonymous
I didn't even
with
know what
gooning.
that was until I was joining all these Twitter groups and they
Right.
were like, no this, no
Yeah.
that, no a Hago, because what it's rooted
Yeah.
in, what is it rooted in? Like,
Japanese culture.
okay, so it's basically like a thing for only Japanese people to do, or what?
Maybe some people see it as cultural appropriation.
Right.
Because it's in like manga
okay.
and hentai.
Well,
But-
Trish has out here doing it. So
Anyway, but that's what I mean. The internet obviously
okay.
convolutes
Oh my lord,
meanings, right?
Right.
But there's nothing wrong with that. Specifically, why I wanted to go onto this topic is because, you know, these people who are commenting these things on your posts, especially the ones which are, you know, the same users going back and forth
Right, I
between
get you.
different posts. These are gooners. And do you know what they're
Are these
doing?
not the edgers? No.
Well, yes.
Now that you put it like that,
Yes,
it gives me
the
it gives me a new perspective.
Yes.
So then, technically, which is it? Both.
See? Oh my god, I love you, Venus. Literally, she literally got it on point. Yes, they are
This
edges.
girl always gives
they
me a
are
new
edges.
perspective. Okay,
they
wait.
are actually edges.
So why'd you call them gooners then?
Because they call themselves gooners.
But they're not.
They're not gooners. But now that the internet has convoluted the meaning, it doesn't really matter anymore, right? Especially what one random tranny on the internet would say. So my opinion isn't that valid in that sense. But that being said, these so-called gooners, actually edges, what they do is, specifically I'd probably say in this country because of the age restriction laws now that they've come up, and for people to just like go onto different porn sites, it's not actually that easy. Now you have to actually age verify, so unless you do it for multiple websites, you're more likely to go on like social platforms like Instagram and Edge.
That's true.
So what they do is they will look for people that they get turned on by, for instance, Venus Energy, and they see that, oh wait, she's not flashing her bush anymore. Oh, for fuck's sake, Venus, can you please stop being so boring and show off your bush, please?
Yeah.
Now, Venus
Look
is,
at you with the scientific
I know,
science behind it.
literally, it's crazy. I want to tell you something. I saw it in action for the first time in person. So fucking gross, so disgusting. Now, I love to watch porn. Not specifically any kind of porn. I actually pay for my subscriptions, you know, and I usually stay on that site for about a month, you know, and I just watch porn. You know, I watch the whole thing, you know, I laugh at the acting, you know, I enjoy it, you know, I think about how everyone's behaving, you know. It's all a big act, really, isn't it? Adult films. So that's me. But other people, specifically a handful of our consumers, a lot of these men, especially the weird ones, they like to edge. One of my clients was edging to me
I didn't know what you were to say there.
and you.
Oh my god! Wait, I love that you're telling me this on the podcast.
I know.
Okay, wait, expand on this.
So, before I give you the...
When you said so disgusting, I'm like...
honestly, it was so gross that I couldn't tell you for weeks.
Okay, wait, but okay.
It really fucked my head.
Okay, well, I don't know the details yet, but...
I will tell you.
Okay, tell me the details before, because right now I'm thinking it's not necessarily gross because it's what we do online.
Yeah.
But I don't know the details, so tell me the details.
Basically, he was just like jorking it off
Okay.
to our social pages. First my social page, and then he saw you and he's like, oh, who's that? I'm like, that's my best friend. And then he went on your page and he started jorking it to that. And I was just there standing behind like, oh my god, when I tell her this, it's going to be so embarrassing.
Wait, so you mean like you were with him when he found your social page? Right. And then you said that's my best friend. And then so basically what's he doing? He's just like jerking.
Yeah.
You said jorking.
Jorking it.
What's jorking?
Same thing as jerking it.
Okay. So he's just there jerking it. For how long?
He was in my page for about a good 10 minutes, and then he went on your page for another about 10 minutes, and then, you know, long story short, he came to see me. He paid me a certain amount of money. He wasn't leaving. He was cooked off his head. He
wouldn't leave, so he was on your page. Is that it? He'd already...
Yeah.
And what?
He didn't want to have sex or anything.
Did you suck his dick?
Nothing.
Nothing. So he paid you what?
He paid me 60 quid
Okay.
to stay there for 15 minutes. Well, he paid me £80 for half an hour. I think he was £80 for half an hour.
And all he did was go on social media.
All he did was go on porn a little bit,
Okay.
and then he was like doing coke.
And were you like doing anything while he was watching you or watching me?
All he wanted me to do was to touch myself. But as soon as our time was up, I didn't. I just stopped.
Oh wait, so he had me on the screen and then you were touching yourself?
No.
Oh,
So he was watching porn first.
I thought that's why you were disturbed.
No. So he was watching porn first. It was very disturbing because he was just so sweaty and disgusting. It was so gross.
How old is this man?
He's probably in his 40s.
Yeah.
And you know, he paid me the money, you know, he's touching me, you know, I'm touching myself, you know, he doesn't want me to touch him. I'm like, okay, whatever. And, you know, our time is up, by the way. Now our time is up, so I'm getting up and I'm telling him you need to go. He actually stayed past his time by like a little bit, and it really frustrated me. And after our time was up, you know, I'm just tidying up, you know, it's like 6 in the fucking morning, by the way. And he then goes on my social pages and he's like jerking it off there. And he's like, I'm going to come. I'm like, you're not going to come. I can tell you're not going to come. Anyway, it's just so gross to think about it because obviously all that coke he's doing, he can't even get a hard on. And he's apparently so horny. And I get it, that coke is making you horny and you're just hunched over, touching your chode, you know, and you want me to just tickle your balls, genuinely wanting me to tickle his balls, and I was tickling his balls, and it was just so gross. And he's like, he's gonna come, and then I'm like, okay, this is just too much. You need to leave, you know. He's still not leaving. He goes on my social page finally, look through my social media. He's jerking it off on to my stuff, you know. And then he gets to one where you are there, and he's like, you know, going through that. But what's interesting is that these type of people, do you know what they do? They go through girls' Instagrams, their social, their TikToks. They go through them. They go in the comments. They click on the profiles in the comments. Are they a girl? No, they're not. Forget about it. Go back. Are they a girl? Yeah? Go on them. Goon to that.
They basically are just going through the internet
they hop.
Hopping from page to page.
Yeah.
Even before I even did OnlyFans, right? And I had that presence online, I'm pretty sure, and I think I might have maybe even told here and there, or I knew that it was a thing that like people would do that. Like they would like, obviously I'm thinking of men mostly, like, or I'm sure it would have happened to my private Instagram. Or sorry, it wasn't actually private at the time, it was public. And I'm pretty sure like even then I was aware of the fact that like there could be random people on here just like, you know, as you would say now, gooning, masturbating. Because who's to say that that's not going to happen if you're putting your pictures out there, like anyone can access them. Now, like, it's with what I do now, I'm like, that's fine. You know, that's just comes with the job. I think it is strange to think about someone though, like just finding like a regular normal girl's account or whatever, and like just holding up her photos. Now, especially if you don't know them, and I don't know.
Let me tell you my feelings, right? So I completely agree with everything you just said. Now, specifically, you said to think about someone actually doing that. Hopping from different social media platforms, from different accounts, checking the comments, checking out different feminine people or whatever, going and, you know, playing with yourself to that. But the one thing I have to add is that in my case that I just referenced, I wasn't even thinking about it, honey. I was in person watching it happen live. And I'm literally, he's crouched in front of himself. I'm behind him, fully clothed, by the way, watching him jump from social platform to social platform, watching him go from page to page, watching him go from comment section to comment section.
And his dick is out and he's just like jerking.
He's not even fucking hard because of the coke. You know, that's what's so embarrassing. Like, don't get me wrong.
So he's coked up as well while he's doing this.
Coked up. He's
so, like,
sweating his fucking life off. Ugh, it's so gross. It's just... Anyway,
let's be demure when we do our coke, ladies. Jesus Christ.
Okay, the reason I want to...
When you're, like, hold on, sorry.
Yeah.
When you're drunk or, like, on drugs or whatever, like, drugs, I said...
Drugs?
Like, you can either be, like, having a fun time and staying... I think demure is the right word to use. Like, you know, like, of course you're going to be more crazy, more loud, more whatever, but you're still, like... I don't know. Then it's like, let's be demure when we do that versus,
right.
like going on drugs and then like
it's not
being
like,
so
yeah.
like almost like disgusting. He comes to you just like sweaty, just like a mess. Like, let's not be a mess, you know. We can be a mess in some senses, but in the sense of like you're coming to see a sex worker and you're just a mess. Ugh.
Okay, when I was obviously, it's not the first time a client has come over and you know they don't want to have anything like sexual happen, but they'd rather just sit and chill with me, touch themselves, maybe touch me whilst they go on my profile. Sure, but then I've never had someone do that for a good amount of time and then go over to, let's say, your account, because to me it's like you're my sister, right? And it's just like. When I saw that happen, I was so grossed out because, you know, for instance, I told Sadie like a week or two back, I said, you know, it'd be so fun if you came over to the apartments. Then I literally immediately retracted that statement. I said, you know what, actually, I wouldn't want you to come over to the apartments because that's a place where I work. You know, it gets really disgusting, it gets really filthy. I don't have anything against that because it's my place of work. You know, I know what I signed up for, but I wouldn't want you there because you're my little sister, basically. You know, and I don't want to have... You know, don't shit where you eat.
Yeah.
Right? So for me to just see, like, this person go on Venus Energy's page and I was just like...
You just keep everything separated, basically.
I was so icked out.
Yeah.
I was like, ew. Because don't get me wrong, I can sit down and talk to Venus about all my sex stuff, you know, whatever. But then actually...
those worlds were not meant to collide.
Exactly. For me to be in my place of work...
It also kind of has something to say for safety, too. The fact
Yeah.
that, like... You know, I'm just even thinking now, like, if he has your social and he goes on there and he's like, I doubt he's going to even listen. I doubt someone like him will be listening to podcasts.
Yeah,
you know
he
what I mean?
won't. Trust me, he won't. He's an imbecile.
What's the exact definition of imbecile while we're here?
Probably someone who's really stupid.
Brain dead.
I wouldn't say brain dead.
And then the
really dumb.
definition of an incel?
Involuntary celibate. Right.
Sitting in your dad's basement. Bet you're sitting in your dad's basement.
So,
as Addison did say. Let me take a sip of my coffee after all that.
Take a sip of my water.
And you know what? This is kind of something that also points to the fact of why we do OnlyFans and why girls across the globe have started OnlyFans, because like we're gonna get sexualized when we don't want it.
Definitely.
Right? We're gonna get sexualized no matter what.
Yeah.
So it's like if you feel inclined to do so, you might as well profit off of it and actually like take ownership of it. And that's exactly where misogyny comes in, because, you know, there's a lot of men who don't like to see a woman
succeed.
Succeed is one thing, but they don't like to see women like basically take control of the sexuality. They want to do it for you. They want to tell you you're hot. They want to like basically tell you what you are. You're not allowed to tell yourself what you are, kind of thing. Like that's basically misogyny. And if we want to objectify ourselves, it's like they're like, no, we have to objectify you. They want, it's like, it's a control thing.
Yeah. It's really and the reason is because the world revolves around them. Genuinely.
Patriarchy.
Let me just tell you.
Is it patriarchy or patriarchy?
Patriarchy.
I was thinking of patriotic. Okay. Patriarchy?
Patriarchy. I don't know how you guys say it.
We need a matriarchy.
We do. We genuinely do. Look, let me just be completely honest with you. At the end of the day, right, people need to realize in a patriarchal society...
No one succeeds. Men want to see women, you know, be subservient. They want women to be under their thumb. They don't want them to be independent. Why? Because it gives them a sense of accomplishment. You know, it gives them a sense of like belonging, a sense of responsibility. I'm the leader. I'm the one who's going to be calling the shots, you know. But then when a woman is, you know, being independent, calling her shots, they feel so insecure. They start to feel like, what's the point of me? Yeah, it's all a lot of these things are a lot about projection and because it's how we've been socialized, you know. Like as women, it's like we've been socialized to put like male attention and male validation and what's the male gaze, I guess you could say, on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And men, they've been socialized to like have to be the provider, be the one in charge, be the one in control, making the money, and kind of like that's where they get their kind of ego boost from, I guess. So it's like we both genders need to like relearn this kind of, But right now it feels like we're really at like odds with each other, especially online.
No, definitely.
That's why it's good to just get offline and just go be in the real world, because
Be
you
in
know
the real
what?
world.
Things are low key like a lot easier in the
Why can't you talk to people normally? Why can't you talk to people with decency and respect? Like, you wonder why women don't want to talk to you. It's because you act as if, you know, they're not living their own life, and for them to not give you a second of their time is like so disrespectful to you. But hey, she's probably busy. She's probably got things to do, you know. If she doesn't reply to you, give her a second, for fuck's sake. You know, she will get back to you. If you really mean an ounce of anything to her, then she will get back to you. Like, for me, for instance, I have some clients who just go crazy mad with the messages, and it really does give me anxiety, because it's like, I will get back to you. It's not like I'm sitting around here like a fucking sex toy waiting for you to come stick your dick up me.
Yeah,
I'm doing things, you know. I'm doing my social media work. I'm going Pilates. I'm looking after my fucking cat. I'm doing my
that's
fucking
the
chores.
thing. Like, there is a good percentage of people who just think, oh, this is the only thing you do, and
Yeah,
this is all that you are.
Yeah, and it ties back to just the ego of them, you know, just like, oh, they're not doing anything, you know, they're not thinking about other people. They're just thinking about themselves and how they can get themselves off. But yeah, that's just mad. I was going to add something that I saw on social media, I think 2 nights ago. This person was saying, and you've probably seen this, Venus, where this person said, she's not dressing like a slut, you're just looking at her like a rapist.
Yeah, oh my god.
You know, and when I saw
Loud
that,
for the people in the back. Loud for the people in the back.
she's not dressed like a slut, you're just looking at her like a rapist.
Oh my god, that's actually so
Fuck.
spot on.
Like, when I saw that, I was like, holy shit.
Because if you're gonna look at someone and think by the way they're dressed that you want to call them a slut, then that means that you're already looking at them through the really strange lens.
Yeah.
Basically the lens of someone that means to do harm.
Exactly.
Because like, when I look at as a girl myself, it's like, if I look at a woman who's like dressed in, let's just say, a short dress, right? I'm not looking at her thinking she's a slut.
Exactly.
I'm looking at her thinking, wow,
She looks
let's
good.
see her outfit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now, obviously, if I was a straight man attracted to women, I might be like, wow, she looks good. Or, oh, I don't really like that outfit. Or, I don't know, like, I prefer this type of outfit. Or, oh, like, I'm not thinking like, oh, she's a slut. Oh, she's a slut.
Exactly.
Because if you're thinking she's a slut, it's like, why are you thinking she's a slut, right? Oh, because is that like someone you consider to be a target? Like, is that someone you consider to be prey for
That's
a
the thing,
rapist?
yeah. If we
Sorry,
look
I
at,
just jumped into...
if we look at that word slut, okay, that word slut, if we think about it, actually, it's very good to use in a pornographic sense, because it makes you think, oh, this person likes to have sex. But then again, they use it specifically for people who are, you know, specifically for women, cis or trans or whatever.
Yeah.
But then
we kind of have to, this word
Reclaim
slut
the
has,
word.
we say
Yeah.
slut to each other all the
Yeah,
time. We've
exactly.
reclaimed it.
Exactly.
We're talking about the sense, though, that's
Yeah.
like, obviously derogatory and meant to be used in a
exactly.
hateful way.
And to then start moving on from using slut in, like, you know, in your own personal time when you're watching all these things, which is perfectly fine to do so as an adult. But then to start using these words for people who are there in real life is a bit weird, because do you not realize that you're crossing the boundaries between real life and porn? You know, because that's when, you know, people start getting uncomfortable.
Yeah.
How can you call someone a slut when you don't even know them? They might even be a fucking virgin. Just because they're dressed in a certain way doesn't mean they're dressed to attract you. They're dressed that way because they want to dress that way, because it makes them feel good. You just saying that they look like a slut just proves that you're a pervert.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't distinguish the lines between porn and reality. And that, actually, I want to add something to that. When I get messages from some clients and comments from some people, it really disturbs me, because some people, and I spoke to Venus about this the other day, some people see, you know, genders like this. They see male, female, and, drumroll, she-male.
We spoke about this on the last episode, right?
We didn't put it in the episode. We spoke about it before.
No.
Did we?
But it might have been in the one that got
aborted. Right.
Potentially. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Maybe it was in the actual episode.
I don't
They're
think-
all kind
yeah.
of blurring into one
Yeah.
for me right now because we are batch recording.
Yeah. Obviously, someone saying she-male is a bit weird because it's like they don't see you as a woman, they don't see you as a man, they see you as a third gender, something that's supposed to be so sexy, something that's supposed to be so taboo, something that turns them on so much. And I get it. I saw that category when I was young, but when I was a little kid, and I've mentioned this so many times before, when I was young and I found out about trans people, I was always jealous. I was like, how was I born as a boy and not as a girl with a dick? Anyway, moving past that point, to call someone a she-male is very derogatory. I get it in the sense of porn. When you go on porn sites, like one of my favorites is X Hamster, you know, they've got a category and it's dedicated to, quote, she-males, unquote.
Right, okay.
And to me, it is very derogatory. It's just like, okay, that's weird, but sure.
In an isolated porn environment.
Exactly.
It's like, I get, but yeah, it's like...
But then in real life...
We're projecting porn
Yeah.
categories onto real life.
It's just so weird.
It's a lack of education and knowledge around porn too.
I get people, you know, clients messaging me and then they're just like, oh, hello, are you she-male?
Oh my god.
And I'm like, and I straight up say to them, I genuinely say to them,
I think
no.
you told this story, yeah.
Yeah. I said, I don't know if we recorded it. I think it was
Maybe
just
that was on
before.
the one that got to me, okay.
And I was like, no, I'm trans woman. That's what I am. I don't have time for this bullshit. Get out of your fucking disgusting brain and go touch grass. You know, you clearly have no interactions with any other humans besides probably disgusting men. And you just see everything as porn. I get it. You probably get turned on by everything. But that's such a bad thing, you know, like that's not what humans are supposed to be. Humans, what makes a human happy? Growth and progress. You know, if you're not growing and if you're not progressing, you're more likely to not be happy. And that then goes back to porn. Why do people watch it? Because they want a climax. What's the point of climaxing? You feel good. But then if you're chasing that feeling of wanting, you know, to feel happy, to feel good, then clearly there's something wrong. That's why you keep going back to porn.
Porn addiction.
Yes. Anyway,
Do you think that like it's more of a problem with older generations, or do you think like it's just a problem across like all generation, younger generation?
I think. Okay, that's a very interesting question.
Because I would assume that almost like the generation, say, above us would have had even less education about sex and porn and stuff.
True.
So I could see them just like...
Good question. From my experience with clients, I can say that people who are millennials and Gen Z, right, are more likely to be in that kind of category that we were talking about. People who are like older than Gen Z and millennials, let's say Gen X, right? They are a bit more understanding because...
Oh, so that's the opposite of what I just said then.
Exactly.
No, but I mean, I have a feeling that obviously it's across all ages, really. Like, it's also like a problem, obviously, in today's generation, like young people, and like projecting things they see in porn into the real world and all that. But I also was like, I wonder though, is it a bigger problem with an older generation because they didn't have that kind of
I don't
it just
think
wasn't
so.
as no, so you think it's more
yeah.
Probably because it's probably like, I think access to porn and minors watching porn and like all that stuff is probably even higher now with the internet being so much like the internet, basically like our lives revolve around the internet, whereas I feel like the generation above us, for a long part of their life, it was more that like the internet was just a side thing that existed.
But one other thing to that, specifically the reason I don't think it's a lot of the older generation is because once you get to like a certain age, let's say, or once you've had enough years on this planet, you kind of understand sex more, and it's not...
That's true,
it's not just about chasing the climax, right? It's about having fun, even the build up to the climax. Even if you don't get the climax, you know? I have a lot of clients who... You know, after working in this industry for a good amount of time, I realized like a lot of the ones which are in that generation, the older generation, they don't really care about the climax. You know, they don't even care if they get hardened. They know it's not about that. They know it's about spending time with the person.
Yeah.
But then obviously it's the generation below that, millennials and Gen Z, which are the gooners. You know,
right.
And I think
not me trying to give Gen Z the benefit of the doubt, and now I'm like, actually, wait a minute.
Yeah, no, Gen Z's not doing that.
It's because porn is so much bigger now. I guess back in the day, it was more about like renting the porn DVD from the adult video shop or whatever. Like, it's a weird one, isn't it? I think it's not that porn is the problem. It's like what we spoke about in the episode about, you know, the UK age restrictions and stuff. It's not that the porn necessarily is the issue, especially if it's like ethical. And I mean, obviously there's a lot of porn that isn't, but it's not the porn is the issue. It's the misunderstanding of the porn.
How society treats it.
Yeah. And then like how if people see something in porn and they think, oh, well, that's just the way it is then. Like, even they might think especially they're learning how to have sex through porn, and it's like, yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I think that was a problem with, like, our generation especially. Like, a lot of, I mean, I'm just thinking over the years, like, I feel like a lot of guys that would think, like, oh, yeah, I just have to, like, finger her really fast. Like, that's how I see it in porn. You see that in porn because it looks good in porn, right? But actually, the reality is that, like, really fast fingering like that is not what a lot of women want.
Exactly.
You know, or it's like, you know, you mix it up. Slow, deep is normally better. Maybe a little bit fast, but like, you know, it's like we shouldn't be looking to porn for sex education. And that's a sign of a bigger problem though, right? I mean, I'm sure there's obviously some porn that's more, you know, the niche is more like educational porn. I've watched videos like that. I do like actually videos like that, where it's like, let me show you how to finger someone. It's normally a girl being like, this is how you finger, which probably is actually quite good for people to see.
So where would you recommend people to go to learn about sex?
Interesting question. See, that's quite a good question, because it makes sense why people go to porn, right?
Because they think they've got nowhere else to go to.
I think there is specific porn sites that are more that you pay subscription to, that are all about like ethical porn, and it's like real life couples just having sex with the camera on.
Right.
And some of those videos can lean more into like educational. I think honestly, like you can get, I mean, I don't know what it's like now with YouTube, but there is a lot of videos on YouTube where people talk about like how to give head, how, like, you know. I've
seen.
Yeah.
I would say the internet, like in like Reddit, you know, like Wiki, how there's a lot of places if you just
reading, honestly.
Yeah.
Like there's some really good books that really change your mindset. A really, really, really good book that really changed how I view like sex and like sex drive, and like basically it debunks that sex drive is not even a thing. The name of the book is Come As You Are.
Okay, I like that.
Come As You Are, COME, not the other version. I think the author's name is, I think it's like Emily Nagoski. One of the main things she says in the book is that we're all made of the same parts, just arranged in different ways, right? And instead of talking about it, like that's actually when I really, really realized that we all start off as girls. Mm-hmm. Like when we're first conceived, we are female.
Yep.
And then that's when then like the male chromosomes triggered like
exactly.
the testicles, the penis to grow. But we all start off basically with like a little clitoris, like, and then everyone's parts are arranged in different ways. And some people need, like, she basically is trying to say that like pretty much everything is normal. That you're not weird, you're not like broken if you're struggling to orgasm. And instead of talking about sex drive, she talks about how there's like sexual exhilarators, I think, and sexual inhibitors. I think those are the two terms she uses. And that it's not about like how much you crave sex. It's more about what things trigger you to want sex and what things make you not want it. And how you can like work with your partner around.
Interesting.
There's also another book that I never really finished because it's quite big. I think it's just called Vagina. And that's a really interesting book. I think there was a period maybe between 2018, 2019 where like it was like I couldn't come anymore. Like it just stopped. And I thought it was something to do with maybe like the nerve issue I had in my lower back. And I think that book actually does talk about like when you're struggling with like orgasming and stuff like that. I think it has a good bit of advice in there. I don't deal with that now, but
Good.
we coming all day right here. Actually, side note, I know we're talking about like serious kind of stuff, but I actually got sent I'm actually holding it in my hands right now. The Womanizer Next Clit Sucker. We Vibe reached out to me to send me a toy, and I used it yesterday, and it's excellent, guys. It's excellent. One thing about these expensive sex toys is they actually like really, really tell the difference. Because, guys, this is the thing about me, right? I get like this, whereas you never get like that.
You can do this.
You always just speak so clear.
You said clit sucker.
Let me just get onto something.
Clitoral stimulator.
Clit sucker, that's the word. That's the short word.
I know, but you know it says clitoral stimulator. But a bit more fun. Put in a bow tie.
Before I would have received these toys kindly gifted by these brands, I would have only really spent money, like a little teeny bit of money on like toys from Amazon or whatever. Like I had a clit sucker from Amazon, but I can tell the difference. Let me tell you, I can tell the difference.
I felt it.
Ooh, she just yawned real big.
I felt it. It's really soft. Right. So, you know, I just want to say, like, if you like to watch porn, that's good. Why? Because it's an industry that provides jobs for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people all around the world. Okay, there's niches for everyone. It's 2025. You know, everyone likes what they like. Now, as a person who works in the industry, I can tell you for a fact the majority of porn is like very fake. But what do we mean by very fake? We mean that we want to present the porn in the most aesthetically pleasing way possible, so that our viewers, our consumers do enjoy it. So we actually enjoy watching it back. To us, we know how we're feeling at the time of filming. You know, we're not feeling like, oh, this is amazing. We're more so feeling, I want to perform good. I want to make sure this looks good. Because then what happens? The consumer who's watching it, they really do enjoy it. They really do get turned on. And that's good.
That's why a lot of times, like, I feel like, especially when I'm recording sex tapes, is like, sometimes I don't want to, like, pull out the camera and start recording it because it's like, I don't want to be like taken out of the moment every single time, because it does make it different. Yeah. You start focusing on the angle, the lighting, like, did you get that shot? Did you get this shot? Like, put it here, we need to put it here, and then you get taken out of the moment, right? Yeah. So I guess sometimes it's like, we're more likely to maybe be like, okay, let's set up a time to record. So it's not like super organic. Now, a lot of my content is more organic when it comes to sex tapes, but I don't make them that much because I don't want to have to record every single time. Exactly. Like a lot of times my boyfriend's like, let's get the camera, let's record. I'm like, no, let's not. Because it will take me out of the moment a bit. And sometimes I don't want that. Sometimes I do because I want to make my content. But you see how it's like, there's already that sense of it's not really 100% true to life, because even for people like us who are just kind of making at-home amateur content, because we're going to perform for the camera, you know, we're conscious of the camera and we're going to be more likely to do things differently. And we want to arc our back differently.
Oh, that's true. No, it's very true. Show off our belly buttons, because some people ask. Some people really like that shit.
I should get into that. I have quite a deep belly button.
Hey, Dan the man. Shout out.
Wait, what did it Dan the man? He bought pictures of your belly button, was it?
Yeah.
Love it. Was there anything else you were trying to say there before I cut you off?
No, I think that's mainly it, to be honest. I had a blast talking about, you know, edging and gooning and your bush.
Your bush.
I've actually grown myself a bush as well. Unintentionally. Venus has influenced me.
The 70s is back.
No, literally, my clients are loving it. They love it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love it too, because obviously it's like, you know, you've got this little caramel trans girl, and then there's not an inch of hair on her body except the top of her head, and then down there.
Yeah.
It's kind of sexy.
It's funny as well. That's another kind of thing that like we learned. Maybe it's kind of, the bush is I want to say it is back, and there's so many men that like there's so many men that actually love bush, but we were also kind of told from porn that you had to be hairless down there. It was kind of a messaging that came from all the videos we were seeing, right?
I think that's a 2000s kind of thing.
Yeah. You know? And I think that's going away a little bit.
Yeah.
There is like kind of a saying that like real men love bush. And it's not even that you have to love bush, but I do think that you should probably question yourself a little bit if you're only liking completely hairless vagina, because not that you can't like it, but you just need to kind of understand where that comes from, you know, because first of all, hair grows there naturally, okay? Basically, once you hit puberty, hair is growing there. So, like, you do need to kind of realize that, like, if you're going to be with a woman and you're ready to have sex with a woman, it's like, she naturally has hair there. If you're completely disgusted by that, or you're not, like, it turns you off.
There's something wrong with
it's
you.
a little weird, right? It's like, do you want someone that's like, it's just, I don't even want to say those words, but you know, no, it's just very, it's strange to me. It is strange. So just question that, okay? Question that in yourself. You don't have to want a full bush, right? It's just more so that like, hair grows there. It grows in our armpits too. I think it's good for us all to just question why we do things and why we like certain things. It doesn't have to mean that there's like necessarily something wrong with you. It's just good to like be like, wait a minute, why do I actually shave?
To add to that, on last week's episode, we talked about throat fucking, and you know, I actually talk about why I like to get throat fucked. So you should go listen to that.
Yeah, if you should actually go and catch up on all of our episodes, because you might have missed a few of them. We have some really good,
amazing good
content-filled, sex-filled episodes.
Filthy.
We really get to share our real selves here because, of course, we like, you know, technically we work in the porn industry to a certain extent. Not really the porn industry. We have our own, I mean, you do in-person sex work, and then we have our own, like, content pages.
Right.
Our OnlyFans. But I think that's obviously, as we said, a performance to a certain extent. So I feel like this is the first platform where we've actually just been able to like
be ourselves.
Yeah, and just like talk about how we truly feel about everything and what we believe in, and like kind of share some of the honest truth behind certain things. So maybe that's what this episode will be called, the honest truth behind...
The honest truth behind gooning.
Our honest thoughts on porn or something like that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. This has been episode 10. We didn't celebrate at the start.
Wow.
This is episode 10. Okay, congratulations to us. We did 10 episodes. Wow.
I would hug you, but I'm quite sweaty.
I love our
right
consistency.
Now.
I don't mind.
Oh,
hug.
okay.
Celebrate. We will find a reason to celebrate, but we're trying not to like be drinking all the time right now.
Drinking.
Like yesterday we could have celebrated, on Tuesday we could have celebrated when you got your name papers.
Oh my.
I just love a celebration, honestly. Wow. Well.
Wow.
As always, don't forget to review this podcast. Let's try and get our reviews up. It would be great to have 10 reviews.
I would love to
by
see that.
Next week. Get those reviews up, guys.
If you like our content, don't forget to, share it with your friends,
True.
If you don't like our content, give us some hate comments. Honestly, give it.
Ayesha is ready for the hate comments, guys.
I want it.
And also follow us on all our sites. They will be linked below.
They will be.
And I have been Venus.
And I've been Ayesha.
And this. You are you are listening to
Boppin Around.
Oh, goodbye, everyone. Go watch some ethical, good, educational porn today.
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay. Bye, huns.
Ciao.
Ciao, sluts. See? That's the use of slut in a lovely sense.
You wanna
be more use slut in a lovely way. Yeah. Today.
You're a good slut for daddy.
Help.
No, please.
It's like, someone take this girl's microphone away, please. Okay.
Fuck. Sorry. Okay, I'm done.
Jesus. Ciao. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. Mwah.